Hi, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I wanted to show you a product that I've just been testing out and the results that it gives in different effects. So I have here a stencil that I made, and I've just taped it to my surface here just so you can see it. And it's just made out of a thin table mat type plastic, so it's very easy to cut on the silver bullet. Was made in just a couple of minutes, and it's a great way to supply yourself with loads and loads of stencils. Now the product I wanted to show you is this stuff. It's called Box Marabou 3D Deluxe, and it's a texture paste. And if I look at the English on the back, it says water-based acrylic paste for spectacular 3D effects. Application with palette knife onto dust and grease-free painting surfaces such as wood, paper, metal, canvas frame, etc. Light fast and waterproof. Stir well before use. Clean tools immediately after use with water. And it's got a disclaimer on there, contains something unpronounceable, can cause allergic reactions, but to be honest, most things can if you happen to be allergic to them, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Now I bought this in Lidl, and you can possibly see from the top that it's supposed to be a sparkle effect. And I tested it out, and I've used it a couple of times on various things, and yes, it has a sparkle effect. What I didn't realise quite was the different effects that it would give on different colours. And I have some samples here. So this is what it looks like on an apricot card. Very subtle. Ignore these bits. I've got glitter on my table, so ignore those bits. But it's very, very pretty. Very pretty indeed. And then if you look at it on this mauve card or lilac card, it gives yet another colour off. But look at what happens when you put it on black. I couldn't believe that result, because when you put it on, you scrape it on and it looks like it's clear, colourless almost, and very little sparkle in it. And then when it dries, it does that. That is pretty amazing. So yes, you can get some really wonderful effects by using that just on different colours. While I was at it and had the stencil out, I thought I would do some different stencil things. This one is made by using a clear transparent texture medium. Again, it's one that came from Lidl, but this time I used a white glitter on it. The white glitter came from Hobbycraft, because at the time I couldn't get any white glitter over here, so I got a friend to bring some over when they visited. So that's quite a nice effect, a very frosty looking effect with that one. This one I did again with a clear, but what I did with this was I let it have a sprinkling of embossing powder, a tinted embossing powder. I let it dry for about an hour and then I heat set it. If you heat set it as soon as it's put down, it'll bubble up and it doesn't work very well, but if you let it sit for a while, you can heat and emboss it afterwards. And that's quite an interesting effect, and it's really very raised. So that's good fun. And then finally I did one which is obviously glittered, and I just sprinkled the glitter on and allowed it to dry naturally. Now this one's a little bit messy because by then I hadn't washed my stencil off, and so it had traces of the paste underneath, but I was only doing test swatches, so I hadn't bothered to clean it. But there we go, those are some effects that you can get with a simple stencil and some texture paste. Now the other thing that I wanted to show you is this. This came I think it came from Aldi, but both Aldi and Lidl have a company that they use for their craft products, a lot of their craft products. And they're very high quality, and I may have mentioned these before, but they come, when they actually do them, they come in themed books, and they are larger than A4 size, so they're pretty good value, and I think they're generally, I think it's about £4.99 euros that is, per book. And you get 26 sheets. It's 24 by 34 centimetres. So yeah, a bit bigger than A4. And they're really nice quality, they cut really nicely, and sometimes they have some really good designs. Now the company that makes them is Max Bringman KG. And they have a website which is www.folia.de, and that's FOLIA.de for Germany. And I've looked at their website before, and they do so many products. So if you happen to be on your holidays and you come across this company, I believe it's Bavaria, if I remember rightly. It's in Wendelstein, and I think I looked on a map previously, it's in Bavaria, which is a very, very pretty area in Germany. Absolutely glorious. And if I was going to be going to that area, I would definitely pay a visit to that place. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they do have a shop on site. You'd never get me out of there. It would be terrible. But it would be so good at the same time. So if you happen to be going into either Aldi or Lidl, do look out for their craft products because they are high quality. And I've bought quite a lot of things from there before now, and I've been happy with all of them. So there we go, just a little video today. Thanks for watching, take care. Oh, and by the way, I am not sponsored, I buy everything. Thanks for watching, bye bye.